three, two, one. Okay, we're live on YouTube.
Nice. Hi, YouTubers. Hi, chat.
Hello, YouTube. Good morning. Okay. What's next? IG. Create. Stream key. This vertical output. Boom. Okay. In three, two, one. Come on, IG. Where are you? Come on, IG. Come on. Come on. There you are. Okay. In three, two, one. Okay, we're live on IG.
Hey, Instagram.
And last but not least, okay, should be live. Let's go. We're streaming. There we go. Chat, everyone. Okay, create. Good. Excellent. Okay. And okay, we are live on X. Top post. Let's make sure we pin that. And there we go. Okay. Top post live on IG. I'm sorry,
Perfect.
live on X. There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
I'm gonna move this over, and I'm gonna bring up comments. Good morning, X. Happy TGIF. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's get started. I will see you.
Perfect.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Sure.
Probably less. All right.
It's a shame when a woman spends all her time alone. When I am perfectly willing to give her everything she needs. I don't care about her past. I don't care what she's been through. I just wanna fill one night with good love, baby. That's set your body free. And I don't care what's going on in the night outside my door. I just wanna get your head right, baby. Give you all the love I got for sure. So baby, if you've got that feeling, you know I wanna give you that midnight healing. Oh, I just wanna make love to you all night long. Midnight healing, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Nice try, YouTube. All right. Good morning, everyone. Just give me a second to check audio here, make sure we're all good. I don't know how I'm going to do this. My desk is starting to, my little table here is starting to clog up with art. Let me check, make sure everything's working right. Okay, we sound good. Okay, make sure we got everything. Let me make sure my buttons are working. Okay, my buttons are working. Very good. All right, good morning. Let me take these off and make sure everybody can hear me. Make sure I can hear myself. All right, let me make sure we got this up. And let's make sure we got comments up so I could say hello to everybody. Okay, very good, very good. All right, good morning, everyone. What time are we getting started? 11:11. Excellent. Make a wish, y'all. Okay. Welcome back. It's been a little bit of a rough, let's see, a rough week, but we're getting a little back on track. There was no show Monday, so you didn't miss anything. There was just no show Monday. Anyways, let's get started. I don't want to waste a lot of time here. I want to give our guest all the time in the world. Just want to make sure I know what time we start, so I know what time we finish. All right, welcome back to HOP, y'all. There's a lot going on in the background, so y'all just gotta have patience. Trying to figure a lot of different things out. A lot of interesting developments with the show, but that's either here nor there. I'll talk about that at the end. Right now, our guest for today, Rohit Jalan. I'm going to bring him on right now. I had a chance to meet this gentleman in Spaces. What a wonderful person to speak to in Spaces. And I don't want to waste any time with him at all. So let's bring him up. Jalan. Rohit, say hello to everybody.
Hi, namaste everyone from India. I hope you're all doing well. And what's up? What's
All right.
poppin'?
Well, welcome to the show, Rohit. I'm just making some, this is the first, I'm pretty sure that this is the first show we've done since, we went on the road. And when I went on the road, I moved all of my equipment. And now it occurred to me that before we started, and I'm a little off balance here because I had to set everything up. So give me a second to find my position here. All right. What's happening, Rohit? Welcome to the Hour of Power, man. I'm finally glad you had a chance to make it on. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. And thank you for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to be here. And I hope you're doing well. Your table looks really cool. All the elements are amazing. So I just wanted to compliment you on that. That looks really intriguing.
Thank you, Rohit. I spent a lot of time working on this set. I want to make sure this set looks perfect. But I have a feeling the show is going to be making some big changes in the future. Just got that feeling that we're going to be expanding a little differently. So, Rohit, why don't we get started? And I know we had to make some adjustments to get you on. I'm glad that we were able to get you on. I know the time was tight at the normal time, so we had to push the show back a little. But we have you here now. And why don't you take a quick minute to introduce yourself to everybody, talk a little bit about you, your art, a little bit about your background, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead. Pick it up from there, Rohit.
Sure. All right. So you all know my name. My name is Rohit, and I'm from India, as you might have heard from my namaste. So I'm from the city which is ranked fifth in the world to be the most hospitable and the most tourism-oriented city. That is Jaipur. Been living here, been grown up here, so it's like a culture hub for everyone all across the world. Ranked fifth, so that means it's a tourism spot. Um, Now, talking about my art, I am a cosmic artist. I love to discover and explore what has not been discovered and explored before. So I'm basically exploring everything that is new, everything that has never been touched yet. That's what I do. That is cosmic art. And what's other thing should I talk about? Yeah, I love Bollywood music, as you might have known. Some people in spaces might have heard me sing or just play some Bollywood music. That's my thing. But other than that, that's much a lot like just about me. Off to you, Mark.
All right. Rohit, just out of curiosity, are you a movie fan?
Oh my God, you asking an Indian if he's a movie fan, and a true Indian will never say no to movies. I'm a huge movie fan. That's like the first thing about me is like movies. Hell yeah.
Okay, I had a feeling, Rohit. Um, I have seen plenty of Bollywood films, and those scenes, man. Um, yeah, you guys make some very interesting films. And it's just you have a very interesting take on the good guy bad guy situation. But some of those things, I think I saw one scene with a car flipping over somebody, and he handed a woman a rose. You guys got great imagination over there in India. Um, Rohit, why don't we take it back to the beginning? And I'm just I happen to be a big movie buff as well, especially the summer blockbusters. There's never anything better than a summer blockbuster for me. Film was always one of my biggest dreams to direct probably the biggest dream for myself would be to direct a summer blockbuster underneath Jerry Bruckheimer. But that's less about me, more about you. A young Rohit. How did you grow up, Rohit? Was there art involved? You mentioned also that you're a cosmic artist. I have lots of questions about that. But before we go into that, we need to know a little bit about younger Rohit. I need to know where the art, the inspiration for the art came from. Family, schooling. When you were a young little boy, were you was your family in art, or are they not artists? How did you? What was it like when you grew up?
Sure. It's a very interesting thing that you'll now hear from me. Is when I was younger, there was no art involved. To the point where I could not even draw. My mother had to draw apples for me for my school submissions. I was really bad at drawing. Like the worst kid on the street is me. If you take me to a drawing contest, I would fail it miserably, even if I was the only person who was applying for it. Um, so my journey was never an artist journey. As I've told you, art was never involved. There was no drawing, no sketching. I was never into it. And I've seen something in my life which is very interesting is the more I run away from something, the quickly the bigger it comes back to me. So the more I ran away from art, the bigger it came through me again. So my journey through school was pretty laid back. I was not a great student. I was just your average backbencher who just loved to do random stuff, play games, have fun with friends. I was never a good student in studying the traditional study that school offers. I was good till let's say third grade. After that, it was downhill from that. And during this time, my journey to Cosmos started, which I did not even knew that it would be a canon event. I actually went to my nana's home, and my nana's home is in the mountains. And at that time, the mountain was very less populated. It was barely 10, 15, 30 people there. So there were not a lot of people. And when there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of light. The less light it is in an area, the less light pollution it is. And the less light pollution it is, the brighter you can see the stars. I was, let's say, I was very, very young. I was basically in fourth grade or fifth grade, maybe even smaller. And in India, what happens is you and your cousins do a get together. So all of your cousins come through to your nana's house, and we love to sleep at the rooftop. We had an open rooftop, so we just went to the rooftop. And I remember this event. I remember this incident very clearly. I was very, very small, and I looked up at the sky, and I saw thousands of stars brightly lit up, so brightly lit up that I had a question in my mind: what exists out there that humans have never discovered or would never be able? This was the whole question that started my journey 10 years later. This question always stayed with me. I used to ask my mom a lot of questions about space, like what is this universe? Where do we live? Where does that live? And where does that live? A lot of questions which a young child would have around space. And we have a good astronomy center here. So we used to see all the planets, all the planetariums we used to visit. That kind of sparked a creativity within me. I'd say a curiosity within me regarding what the universe is about. And from there, my art journey also started. When I was in grade 8, I started doing designs for myself. I never started doing commercially. I always started doing it for myself. And then when people saw it, they said, "Hey, I wanna have some of this." So I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And from there, I started transitioning into your traditional graphic design career. That was my school. So after school, I jumped into a professional design school, and I think everything my Asian Asian parents have that thing. If your child is not getting an A plus, he's not doing well. So in school, I was, let's say, C. I was never an A. I was at C, C plus, B, B plus, never an A, never an A plus. In my college, that was a design college, I let it all out. I let everything out that I had the love for me, for design and for art. And from there, I became the gold medalist in my college for design. So my parents knew that finally he has found something that he loves to do, because he has gotten us a gold medal, which he has ever done. So that is how my journey through design started. And I transitioned from being a graphic designer to a product designer, because I loved solving problems. Everything that has come through me, even the cosmos, is a problem like what exists out there that humans have never discovered. So that's a question, right? So my fascination with questions and how do I answer them is the reason why I became a product designer. Recently, I have been fortunate enough to work on research now. That's a new Telegram application that we've been building for crypto Tindo. So that more on that later. But that's my journey from becoming someone who can't even sketch an apple, to starting small designs, to doing graphic design work, to transitioning over into your product design, UI UX design. So that is, in short, my journey. I had a great college life actually. Since my college was a design college, I had the time of my life, because I finally could do something that I really wanted to do. Um, at the beginning, parents did not support it because in India, the art culture is not that big. It's not that huge. You have to fight up for it like a month, a week. So I put up a little fight. I said, I can't be a chartered accountant. It's not for me. And there are a couple of artists from India who are now my friends, my mentors, one of them being Archan Nair. He made it really, really, really big. And because of him, we were able to say, hey, mom and dad, look at him. He's Archan, he's from India. And if he can do art for a living, why can't we? So from there, my parents were like, yeah, there's no other option for you. Do it. So I was like, yeah, let's go into this. And that is how my journey started. I've been making art for 15 years now. So NFT, I did not start making art because of NFT. I was making it 15 years prior. I just found a platform that helps me make a living through it. I could do something that I really love to do and just be, proud to do it and be able to continue doing this just because I love to do it. So that is my journey.
Okay. Um, Rohit, uh, we have. I was looking through your page and reading a lot of your written posts, and I was excited to get on the show with you today because I felt like we share similar views when it comes to, you know what, I'm just going to say the universe. I often believe in karma and just the energy of everything around us and how we create. It's a surprise that you talk about India not having a big art culture when uh, your movie sets are, out of this world, and your weddings, the weddings, the colors, the dresses, the outfits, just a huge extravaganza and of colors, and just I forgot the I don't know the name. I did know the name, and it's escaping me right now. The festival you guys have with all the different colored dust.
It's called Holi. It's called Holi.
Thank you. The Taj Mahal. I got it right, right? Taj Mahal. Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You got it right.
Yeah. You very a lot of art in India, and also very different when it comes to the understanding of the world, whether it comes through religion or just the basic, way you look at the universe and the forces and just the energy that takes place in the universe. I believe that your religion that has, or I should say, theories and everything that has stemmed from your culture. Probably one of the closest things that I what's the word I'm looking for? Resonate with your understanding of how the universe works, and just the way you guys look at things. So it's interesting to hear. Now, what's more interesting is the fact that you couldn't draw, and your mom had to draw for you, and that is the beginning of your art. Obviously something inside you trying to get out, but maybe couldn't do it perfectly, or maybe sometimes we have to find what works for us. Some of us graphic design works, some of us a brush works, some of us a spray can works. Some of us love AI. It depends on, it's just so many different ways to create. And then listening to your journey throughout throughout art and finding yourself. Let me ask you a question. When did you, at what point, well, you did mention that your journey began at a particular point in time when you started realizing the universe, the cosmic universe, and what at what point did it hit you? I mean, when did you realize there had to be a distinct moment in your life where you were like, yeah, this is what I want to do? And not to talk too much, but I was in engineering, and the best part that I loved about engineering was the design classes of engineering, which really came towards the end of the 4 years, where we had the design projects and just all sorts of stuff. And I think that was like my best time to thrive, because I could apply my artisticness to these projects, which, then all of a sudden I started to elevate myself. But, it's funny how the math and the science I never could get into. But, man, when you put a design in front of me, I love to design. So, yeah, that moment in time, it sounds like it kind of happened maybe during great. And then it's interesting, right, when you find that moment in time, how everything changes. The D's and the C's and D's start to go to A's and B's, because you found interest in something. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that moment in time, and then did you continue? You mentioned also that before NFTs, you were doing art, but what type of art? Was it physical art? Were you creating paintings? Yeah, sorry, I had a lot. You spoke a lot, Rohit, so I had a lot in me. So I wanted to get all that out, and then I'm going to toss it back to you. Go ahead, take it from there, Rohit.
Sure. No worries. So when did it hit me? It actually hit me the day I saw that shining sky. It actually subconsciously, at that moment, it got registered in my mind. Like the whole idea, like even if you think right now, is that universe is infinite. It's always expanding, right? It's expanding faster than the speed of light. So there's so much matter that's being created, that's being destroyed. There's so much entities that exist that we can't even fathom from our brain. This question existed subconsciously when I was small. And during those phases, I always had this question in my mind, always used to ask my mom, what is this about? And I could never get a clear answer for this because it is not discovered. If something is not discovered, no one has an answer for it. Like I could not ask anyone for it. So I thought, if no one could answer it, why can't it be me? And that is what my whole thing was about. Hey, Rohit, if no one can do it, maybe you can. So through there, my art, everything that I did was through this question was, if no one can do it, why can't I do it? Why can't I discover what exists out there that no one has? And it was like the whole transition from a young Rohit to college Rohit. During that time, I created like hundreds, thousands of art, and all of them were digital. Surprisingly, I started doing digital before I started doing physical. I did physical for, let's say, 5 years. In my college, I did a lot of physical pieces as well. But physical was never the like forte for me. I never found that peace while doing physical pieces unless I'm with my pad. I could just go out somewhere. I can just, draw on there. But I never had that, like I want to do the pen paper thing. Never had that. I always had more of a connection when I was in front of my computer, in front of my laptop or my iPad, just drawing it out or rendering things out. And what I do is very fascinating. We'll walk through it after some time, but it's very interesting that you asked how did it start. And it started so young that my subconscious still has this memory etched into it. I can paint it out right now. It's so vivid to me. I was very young. I could barely walk up the stairs and I saw that sky. And that was the moment where I knew I would be doing this. There was no other thing. And COVID basically gave me a lot of space. When COVID hit, I had so much time because I was in college. So my trips were free. I could just do art and art and art. I did a lot of art at that time. I made a piece about Black Lives Matter. I made some pieces like these before I jumped into making exclusively cosmic art. I made art that was based on Cosmos even at that time, but I was diluting it with other kind of genres as well. So it was ever started from there. Since the day I started making art from my eighth grade, there was cosmic pieces into them because the questions of karma, questions around these, around life and death, these are very important questions that we should ask ourselves. And these questions basically also gave me a push to look into the universe as well, how it works, how its dimensions work, and how everything around us, the spirituality, the karma, the vibrations, everything around us works. So, in short, your answer, it started from me being very young. From eight, I started doing all sorts of design, and I was doing cosmic and everything during that. So I think after my college started, it hit me that I had to now full-fledgedly jump into this because I was in design college. So my teachers were very helpful. I had the best teachers who supported me every single time. Even when I was late, I was just doing art. They were like, "Yeah, no worries. You were doing art. You were not doing something else." So they were always there for me. Any questions they would tell me. I had to really learn a lot from them. But on the other hand, also I learned a lot of design by myself, not art, but the design aspect. It was self-taught because I knew that this is the thing for me. I could not be a chartered accountant. So the moment it hit, there was no such particular moment, but it was just a build up. It was always compounding into me, the experiences that I had, people who came into my life, who went away. I lost my grandfather, and that started a question about life and death, about how I perceive life and death. And in Hinduism, we have a book called Gita, Bhagavad Gita. It, it is said that it has all the answers that a human can ask. So um, I have not read it entirely, but my mother has. So she persuaded me that I should give it a go. I have read a couple of chapters, and that book talks about life and death, how in Hinduism, a soul never dies. It just gets reincarnated into another shape, another form. And everything that you see right now that we are basically vessels for our soul. So these things stack up to asking questions about universe, like where does our soul go, where does the atma go, where does the pran go? All of these things always stacked up. And my nana's place is actually the hub for me because that is where my journey started, and I love to go that place. It's in the mountains, so I get a clear view of the skies, and sometimes I just go to a rooftop, sit alone, look at the skies, look at the stars, and just be like, "Hey, I'm discovering something." That is really what I wanted to do when I was a child. So the inner me, the inner small child that used to see stars and just used to have questions, is somewhere happy that hey, the elder me could answer some of the questions that I had at that time. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. Rohit, question. Are we in control of our destiny, or is it destiny in control of us?
That's a good question. I'll tell you the answer. We are not in control of anything. We are offsprings of a big energy, and everything that happens to us that we do is always up to what he wants us to do. So, in this world, we are basically puppets of the god that is Vishnu. Vishnu is a god in Hinduism, and we say everything that happens, every single thing, every single birth, every single death, every single murder, every single thing that happens, it happens because he wants us to do them. And but that does not mean that we do bad things. That is bad karma. Karma is in our hands, but whatever happens with us, whatever we do, is because Vishnu asks us, basically makes us to do, asks us to do, and we do good things. The biggest thing to take away from this is don't be sad about anything that happens to you. It's going to happen. Everything is predetermined. Just be happy that you're here. You are a part of a bigger thing, and pray to God that we are happy, we are healthy, we are alive. We get to discover things what others can't do, and do good things, do good karmas. It is said in Hinduism, karma is something that you have to face while you are on this planet. If you do good, your end days would be very good. Your end life would be very beautiful. You won't have a painful death. Your next life would be way, way, way beautiful than what it is currently. If you do bad things right now, your end would be really, really horrible. And in the next life, your life would not be as good as it is today. So karma is something that you should do. But to answer your question, everything that we do is predetermined. There is a battle that happened in India. It is called Mahabharata. I think you might have heard of that. Um, at the end of Mahabharata, someone asked Vishnu, uh, Vishnu asked someone, "Hey, what did you saw in Mahabharata?" That person said, "I just saw you kill everyone." And that Vishnu did not even take place in fight. He was never here. So he said, "I saw you killing yourself. I saw you murdering everyone. You were doing yourself. You were just stabbing your own self." That is when Gita says everything that we are is basically Vishnu. So it's a lot of ancient Hinduism that is I possess. So I can just like let you know from my perspective is we are never in control. We are basically puppets of the god, and we are here to do good things, good karmas, because that is just in our control.
If I if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Hinduism is one of the oldest religions on this planet, correct?
Hinduism is said to be the oldest religion. Yes, exactly.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Thank you. Um, I did a lot of research back. Oof, I guess so. The is about 9 years old. I would say that this is around. This could be the lost episodes, but if I remember correctly, I think I would say right around the 6th to 7th year, somewhere in there, I started doing a lot of research. And then I was curious about the thought processes and, the different aspects of different religions over times, different perspectives. Because I think a lot of different religions have a different, small different changes in perspectives, but for the most part, I think a lot of them coincide with each other. However, uh, Hinduism takes a very a real different, I would say almost a very different look at the way the world works. I have to tell you that I'm glad I'm setting up future Mark for a great life. Uh, he's gonna do all right, future Mark. Um, question: Cosmic art, right? What is what is cosmic art? You want to talk to us a little bit about the meaning behind that and what that means to you, and so people could better understand the basis of your art. Go ahead, Rohit.
Sure. So there's two aspects of cosmic art. One that we all know is that everything that the art of the universe, everything that exists outside of this planet, that is cosmic art. As everyone knows it, everyone talks about it. Some people do it, some people love it, some people have different opinions on it. That's the first aspect that people have. The second aspect is from what I call as stardust. So let me walk you through what a stardust is. We humans are made up of atoms, carbons, and all these elements, right? To tell you a fact is that when a star is dying, in the heart of a dying star, every single element that we are made up of is made. Now, if you think about it, as much as the universe is out there, it is equivalently within us as well, because we are basically a stardust. We are the end part, the end stage of what a star is. So cosmic art is about exploring your own self, because you are a part of that universe that exists within you. A star had to die so that you could take birth. That is such a big thing. In this universe, a star had to die so that we as humans could have our atoms, molecules, and carbons made. And that is, I think, the biggest thing I could say about universe, like about cosmic art is as much as it exists out there, it exists right here as well. So these are two aspects that I always like to discover. Number one is what exists out there that no one has discovered. It's my, let's say, forte or unique speciality that I don't take references. I don't have all of that luxury. I have to do something that no one has ever seen. That is why I only do cosmic art, because there's a lot of thoughts, lot of ideas that I have, lot of inspirations with universe, with God. So I have a series called, which I will be soon coming out. It's called Questions with God. So I ask God some questions, and on the basis of that, I paint, I render stuff, the answers that God gives me subconsciously the next day. So all of that I do. So that is cosmic art. Number one, the universe that exists out there, and number two, the universe that exists within you, within your loved ones, within this planet as well.
Okay. Um, you know, Rohit, when my uh, grandmother passed away, um, even when I lost a very close animal or pet, I always used to say that they were never gone. The energy went back into the universe or the pool, and I always felt like there were ways where that energy that would contact you, or there'd be very distinct signs or things that would happen. I mean, just way more than coincidence or fluke, or luck, or some people say, oh, I saw a cardinal that reminded me of my grandmother. Because but no, I'm talking about like real, like you're going through papers and all of a sudden you find something that you thought you lost, and it's like, oh shit. And just really strange stuff. The way things happen, or a stranger will come off the street and say something, or so it's just very. I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in luck. I believe you make your own. To be honest, also what your thought process is, and your perspective is very important on the way you handle situations. You can look at a situation very negatively. You can look at a situation very positively. Obviously, the more you look at a situation um, in a certain way, the more you attract that type of energy, because that's what you're focusing on. A lot of times people will focus on the negativity of a situation, and then you don't realize it, but that negativity consumes you, and makes the situation even worse, and now you start to attract things that you would have never attracted before. Um, going back to when my grandmother had passed, there was all these sort of different things that were happening during the course of her passing, and then also I had lost a very important pet in that process as well, and just very strange things took place where the energy I felt returned back into the universe and came back. Now, a lot of times we talk about how your brain, your body, the way it functions, the vessel that you mentioned. But I've often said, where do they find your soul, or where do they find who you are in your body? And so obviously the heart is a pump, right? You have organs that keep your body functioning and alive. But the true, who you are, and who you are throughout life, and all the events that took place and everything that has created you, and your journey, of course, finding yourself and finding who you are. Um, all of that's not. Now they're saying it's located in the gut or the biome. It's your personality is located in your gut of who you are, but I don't know about that. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, where's the soul located in the body?
Sure. Let's first tell let me tell you some things about soul. So, as you have said correctly, soul lingers around uh, in this universe. There are multiple dimensions. So everything that I'm saying right now is based on things that I've read and things that I've experienced. There's no scientific proof. There's nothing that I can say in concrete, but these are just my experiences and things that have been passed down to me. So soul does linger, and in India, there are temples where souls get stuck in your body. Souls do enter your body, and you have to get them out sometimes. So there are temples in India where these things happen. All these supernatural things happen, and I have, with my own eyes, experienced it. So I'm not saying something that I have not seen. I'm saying something that I have seen myself. That souls of your people have came into humans, and you have to go to a temple from where they can go out. Now talking about more things where our soul is in the human body. So from what I know, it is near your core, where your stomach is. At that area, there is something called chakras, and those chakras have the power to unlock a higher being, a higher spiritual being, and that is where I believe my soul is. So, in Hinduism and in general India, it is said that around that area your soul is. But if you want to ever experience the actual soul thing that you have just said, like your grandma, like your dog, anyone, um, there are actually ways to connect to them. There have been people that I've seen who have connected to them, who have had conversations, because every in this universe there are more dimensions that we have ex- explored yet. So there's more dimensions. There's a dimension for where our souls go. There's a dimension where our brain goes when we are asleep. So there's a lot of lucid dreaming. There's a lot of kinds of dreaming that you can do. It's scary. It does not sound real, but people have done it, and I have heard from them that all of these things are true. Of course, unless I've seen them, I can't say about the dreaming part, but I have seen spirits come inside of people, and we had to go to temples in India to get them out of the body. And they always exist in the universe. Hinduism says there's a word called moksha. Moksha basically means that your spirit will never come back onto this earth. And that is the highest level of spirituality that you can be. So, when we are on this planet, our goal should be to attain moksha. Moksha basically means to never come back, because truthfully speaking, this planet is not a good planet. This is, people have to suffer, people have to sleep hungry, there's no food, no shelter. And by doing good deeds, by doing good karma, it is said that you can attain moksha and never come back to this planet and just be one with the God. So, something on the lines of spirituality and soul, these things I have heard, these things I have experienced, and my parents, my mother always is teaching me about all of these, that do good deeds, attain moksha, and all of it. And the soul thing I have seen with my own eyes. That is why I can say it is true. You can meet your family, you can connect with them if you can find a medium who can do that. And in India, there's a lot of black magic, lot of things here which people usually laugh out on. But I have heard from my elders that all of this happens. So I've been really cautious about it. There's a lot of these things that happen in India. It's really scary, but it's fascinating at a point where you get to know that there's more levels of spirituality, of awakeness that we need to attain to unlock these things that happen around us, but we have never experienced them. So all of these things that you just said is actually very true, and it happens in
Okay. Um, you're certainly making it a cosmic morning, Rohit. um, star seeds. Uh, are you familiar with that phrase, star seed?
I have heard from a friend, but I've never explored it yet.
Okay. It falls right in line with what you were talking about with the of the stars and how we are created from the stars or the star uh, uh, components, um, which is it's an interesting thought process and philosophies. Also ties in a lot with, and from everything that you're saying, a lot of times, when a lot of people don't believe in, or a lot of people kind of horoscopes, right? Or stars, the planets, things of that nature. A lot of people are very, uh, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Stars don't dictate my future. But it's sometimes when you sit back and you read the horoscopes, the right horoscopes, it's almost, a little scary of how close these things, represent us and represent. Especially we read horoscopes in spaces on TGIF on Fridays, and it's a very some people come in and they're like, I need my horoscope, and some people come in and they're like, I don't believe that shit. But it's surprising how close sometimes these horoscopes are, and really makes you wonder. There are people out there that get very into the stars and how the stars have an effect on us and who we are. Okay, let's get back to the art for a second. Let me check the time here. Okay, we're pretty close to an hour, but we're getting there. Let's get back focused on you and the art. I just have so many questions for you, Rohit. I think a lot of them are personal belief questions, but also we got to focus on the art as well. I think this makes a nice mixture of getting to know who you are. For art, so you mentioned about the digital and how you did a lot of digital work first. What was Photoshop, or what were you working on at the time, and how were you creating the digital art? Was it 3D or 2D? Yeah. I'll let you answer. Go ahead.
Sure. Um, just to point out, horoscopes are real. If you get your date, time, and birth and location correct, they are absolutely true, and they work. Moving on.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on to the softwares that I use. So everyone on this planet started from Photoshop. That is the global thing. Not for me. I never started Photoshop. I started doing Cinema 4D. I always started 3D for some reason. You know, there's a thing that I say in 3D is you become the god of a universe when you are using a 3D software. You can destroy, you can create, you can manipulate, you can add, give birth to things. The power that you get on that, it's just like being a god. You can do anything that you want with that universe. So I started using Cinema 4D. Then I added things to my pipeline, After Effects, Cinema 4D, Octane Render, Photoshop. All of these are basically my core components that I use to create art even today. So core is always Cinema 4D and Octane Render. Something that not a lot of people know about me is even the art that I make is a living piece of art. Basically, why I'm saying this is I make art on vectrons and fractals. People who know what these are, they are procedurally generated, infinite, existing in nature, made by the laws of nature, elements, 3D entities that you can use to create art. You can use to make anything. So these two things are the basis of my cosmic art. So fractals and vectrons are procedural generated. They require a lot of computation, a lot of mathematics as well, and they take in a lot of real world things that exists around us. So again, it it takes in what already exists in the universe and allows me to portray the universe itself. So it's a link to the universe itself that I have. So these softwares are what I really started with. Eventually, I started adding more things. I started adding more Lightroom, Substance Designer, Substance Painter, Blender, a lot of things. But then I realized that's a lot of tools, man. I have to cut down on tools because then I could only just focus on tools, not on art. So I cut down. Now I'm back to square three. That is Octane Render, Cinema 4D, and After Effects. These three things do my job the best, so I just use them. That is what I do. That is my daily go-to softwares, which cost a lot, but I love them. I love them to bits. They basically allow me to explore myself, explore their limits. So to answer your question, these three softwares.
Are you familiar with the you know who you remind me of? Even your art reminds me of it. Some of it. Are you familiar with the artist Rafiq?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone knows them.
Okay. Yeah. You the way you speak about your art, you remind me of Rafiq. He's always talking about calculations within his art and the way he's creating his art. So where do I want to go from here? Um, Interesting. 3D and After Effects, and then fractals. Um, and now that has continued to today, correct, Rohit?
Absolutely, that continues, and a lot of it goes to people who I look up to. The first person in art that I look up to, someone who I can call my brother, even though he's not my brother, but I always call him brother. He calls me brother. Is Archon Nair, uh, a great mentor, a great artist, a great human. Uh, I always look up to him. Like you said, Rafiq, I think someone, if I have to say, I look up to for art, for being a good person, it has to be him. It definitely has to be him. Learning from him, learning from his art, learning from his life has been nothing but amazing. He always teaches me things, always guides me. So, yeah, just wanted to point that out in case I missed it.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. You have seen his new collection. I don't know if he released it or he's about to release it. Looks awesome though.
He's about to release it. I think he released it on Instagram. He's about to mint it on AOTM and Super M. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I follow him. I don't know him personally. I've never spoke with him, but how funny. You know, it's just I don't like I said I don't believe in coincidences. Out of all people that you know you bring to out of all people that come up in conversation. Look at that. Uh, okay. What about so you also mentioned now you worked in graphic design. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. But I've transitioned over to being a product designer. And currently, I am assistant vice president at design at a company in India. So I've totally transitioned from there to being a problem solver. That's what I like to say. I can't say VP of design. I hate to say it. I just say I'm a problem solver. Design, bring me any design problem, and that is what I would solve. So that's what I usually say to myself.
Okay. Okay. So you're the guy that unclogs the pipeline and you keep the flow going with
Yeah,
no hangups.
if it's
Yes.
to design, only related to design, nothing else. If it's design, yeah, bring it up to me. I'll solve it.
Okay. Do you do any design at work, or you just keep it everything flowing?
I do everything. So I basically manage the design team. I manage the people who work in it. I design with them, help with them. They help me as well. We learn. Learning is a two-way street, right? They teach me something, I teach them something. So it's something like we always learn from each other. And yeah, I design a lot of things. I design a lot of products, mobile app, web apps, and all of that. Everything that is related to design. It could be a product, it could be an application, it could be any idea, any problem that relates to design, that relates with users, customers, is something I do, is something I solve.
Okay. All right. Well, you have the right personality for it. Let me tell you, because a lot of problems in the world, Rohit. Everybody has problems, but not too many problem solvers. So you have the perfect temperament and personality, and also I'm a huge fan of your perspective and your beliefs. So I could see why you make the perfect problem solver. Okay. What time? What time are we looking at? 12:05. Oh, we got time.
I'm always being told I'm the goofiest kid. You have heard in spaces, everyone says I'm the goofiest one. I can't stop laughing. I have no clue why you always see me smile, always hear me laugh. I have no clue. It's really hard for me to not smile and not laugh. Like people have to make me really, really mad not to do it. Otherwise, in every single space that we've been, I'm always all time laughing. I have no idea why. It's just I think my personality is like that, or I just love being goofy. That's I'm a single child, by the way. I've not mentioned it. Being single comes with entertaining yourself because there's no one to. So it sometimes the empty I have around me, I fill it up with my own joy, with my own smiles. I think that is the reason why I do it. Maybe.
Um, they say that if you're having a rough day and you're having a hard time uh, uh, finding a positive perspective or smiling, they say that you should just smile. That you should walk around with a smile as big as you could smile on your face, and just you walk. It doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter if you're happy or you're not happy or you're upset. You just smile, and the more you keep the smile on your face, it triggers the brain into releasing endorphins that it will that you're happy, and then your perspective, your personality will change immediately because the face reacts to you having that smile, or I should say, the chemistry of your face reacts to having that smile. Um, what when it comes to okay, so digitals. Now, just curious, you did mention that there was some physical art that you returned back to. Was it drawing or painting? You said you mentioned that you had started with digital first. Well, that's where your real focus was. But the physicals, when you started working on, what is it, painting, or what type of physicals did you jump into?
Got it. So I jumped into everything. There was not no single medium that I left out. I jumped with oil paints, acrylics, paint brushes, paint. What's that called? It's even crayons, the pencil brushes, pencil crayons, like everything that you can think of, all the mediums that exist, to charcoal, to anything, everything. We had to because I was in the design college and they make you go through every single thing. Even pottery, I did a little bit of pottery as well. So all the mediums were encapsulated into that. Even photography, something that I really love to do is photography. Even today, if I have to do something apart from cosmic art, is photography. I think it gives me some sort of a pleasure that I can capture moments for myself. I can capture the skies for myself. Um, so all the mediums were done that I did. I was not good at all of them. I think I was subpar with charcoal. I explored charcoal a bit more because we could see the sky in black and white. So I thought, hey, charcoal sounds interesting. There's not a lot of color. There's just one thing. Let's explore it. So I explored it with different mediums as well. Charcoal plus water plus oil plus different things that I did. So explored a lot of it. Loved a few, hated a few, but heart still beats for 3D and photography. Heart still beats for these two. So I'm going to stick to them for now. Maybe someday I'll add in charcoal, but don't have time to do that right now.
Did have you? Well, no, we'll get to that when we start looking through your art. I was gonna ask you if you ever posted a painting or anything like that, but I'm sure that I will see it on your social media if you did. Um, did you now? You also mentioned. I thought I'm not sure if I heard this correctly or not. Did you mention photography?
Yes, yeah, I did photography a lot. I don't have any physicals out anywhere, neither on my Instagram, neither on my website. Um, but photography, you might be able to find some of them somewhere hidden. I did photography for 2 years. Did found a good passion. Did found a good heart in there. So I did pursue photography for quite a while.
Okay. Um, are you still shooting?
I am I still shooting? Sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's one of those hobbies that I pick up when I think I need a break, and let me just pull it out of my bag and take some shots. By the way, Mark, I can't see you. You're black as the
Oh,
sky right
oh,
now.
thank you.
So I did. I think I did photography a couple of months ago, but nothing actively. I don't usually do photography on an active basis because I like to spend a lot of time doing cosmic work. So that's the question. If you
Okay.
wanted to know the answer.
Well, let me ask you this: when it comes to your, so I'm curious. I should probably save this till we bring up your art. Can you see me? We're good.
Yes, I can say it.
Okay,
Perfect.
awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I repercussions of doing a show on the road. I'm a little I had to pack up all the equipment and I was unpacking and setting up everything this morning. And I'm like, oh shit, I should put marks on the floor so I know where everything is. Okay, you're shit. I lost track of what I was gonna say. Oh right, your art style, I should probably wait to ask you. We're about an hour in, and I want to start heading over, and I want to start showing everybody your art. But your process. You know what? I'll say. Let me save that for when we have your art on screen. Um, yeah, let me save that for when we have your art up. I'll ask you that question then. Okay, so work, it's creating, and then I got to say something. Your, well, I don't know what school you went to, but your school sounded fun. That sounded like a school that I would want to go to. And every time you keep talking about your design school and how you had to learn all the different mediums, and I gotta tell you, I get a little I get a little jealous because I didn't have this type of fun in college. I had to go to engineering. It was a struggle. I wasn't crazy about chemistry or physics or math. I mean, I did what I had to do to get through there. But it was a fight. Each and every day to get up and do it. But design school, where each and every day you get to learn a new medium, or I should say maybe each and every semester you're exploring a different way to create art. I'm a little jealous about this school here, Rohit. You got to stop talking about school. You're getting me upset. Makes me want to go back, maybe come over to India and take a couple years in design school. Um, okay. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, right. This is let's talk about this a little, and then we'll head over to the computer and start bringing up your art. Um, NFTs. How did you get involved in this world and digital, art and digital collectibles? And sounds like you were creating art. I mean, you mentioned that you were doing art for almost 15 years before this. And it sounds like you were very sold on 3D. How did it happen? I'm curious. How did you learn about digital collectibles and spaces and the crypto and posting on all the sites and things like that. How did that all come about?
It's a very interesting story. I'm excited to tell to you. I think in COVID, everyone had that NFT thing started. Right? Everyone saw there's something called NFT, and they were excited to jump into it. At 2021, I had around 10 years of experience. I think 12 or something. Like today, I have 15. At that time, I had like 12, 2021. 2021, I saw something called NFTs. I had a Twitter account, but I never used it as much. So what I did was I looked into it. I went to uh, Twitter at that time, looked at Foundation. Foundation was basically invite only at that point of time. So I had a friend. He saw one of my art pieces and he was like, "Hey, I think you deserve Foundation invite." So I said, "Hey, thank you so much. I would be more than happy to." Um, so I made a couple of pieces. I minted there. Here comes the twist of my entire NFT journey. I minted and I waited for a sale, as every single artist would do. I never had a sale for 1 year. I never had. I understood something that there is more than art that requires a sale. There is more than just putting out art on Foundation that gets you a sale. And at that time, what I also did was I applied for Superhero. I had to shoot a video. I had to record an entire thing, send them um, all of that, what they asked, like why do you want to join, what do you bring to the table, and all of that. I just sent it to them around 2022, around 2021, 2022, around in in that zone. But I kind of left the whole NFT thing at that point. I was kind of defeated. I didn't have a clear answer for it. I didn't have, why it's not happening, why everyone is having a sale, and I could not even understand what is something that I'm doing wrong because I was very new. I did not even knew the meaning of community as people, say a community. I did not know. So I left everything. I was, just out with my friends one day. I was chilling around, and suddenly someone from Super emailed me. That was the moment everything snapped into me. I was like, hey, oh my God, I got into Super Rare. So Dan from Super Rare emailed me that, hey, Rohit, you have been accepted to Super Rare. I thought it's a phishing email. How could it be possible? So they took around 6 months to send me the email. And for that 6 months, I was not doing anything. I, to be very honest, I didn't do any NFTs, anything, nothing. I got the email. I started exploring Twitter. I had that, you know, kick inside of me, like, I need to see what's something that I'm doing wrong. What is something I need to improve on? And that point of time, I got to know um, you need to have a community around you. You need to build connections. Art requires connections to be sold. Art requires lot more than just art to be, getting out in the market and be able to make a living through it. And the day I was accepted on Super Rare, and I just started doing Twitter at an insane level. I hosted spaces. I met a lot of new people, lot of friends I started meeting, and that is how the entire journey started. I left Foundation for quite a while. I didn't do much about it. I had a couple of pieces minted, which are still minted, but all of them are sold. Uh, then I moved to Super Rare. Super Rare has been my home. They basically gave me the initial push to, emotionally, they gave me the push, hey, start it up. This is the time. You've been accepted. Now it's time for you to, make a living, make a name for yourself. And from there, the journey has been going on as beautifully as it could be. There's always ups and downs. There's always things that happen around you, but this community is really beautiful. People who know it, they know it. It's one of the best places to be. The most lovely people like you, everyone here. It's been a delight. Something that I always say, meeting people who have a passion for art. It's unreal because they know what you feel about art. They also share the same feeling about it. So that is how my journey started. I was left devastated at starting when I didn't have to sell. I was like, is it is it correct? Did I do everything right? Is it not supposed to happen? Is this supposed to happen? So I left it. I was like, yeah, nah, that's not for me. Uh, but that email got me all started. I still have that email reserved. Maybe I'll frame it up one day. It got me into doing NFTs for a living as well. But I was doing art at even at that point of time. I never stopped doing art because uh, trends may come or go, platforms may come or go, NFTs may come or go. But what has to remain is art. That is a legacy that I would leave behind. Is all of the art pieces that I've created. Something that I always am passionate about is how do people remember me after I'm not here, after this uh, flesh of mine is not here, this flesh body of mine is not here, is through art. A story that I want to explore, I want to create for the people of the future is a kid from Jaipur explored the universe even before humanity could. So this is something I always dream of doing as well as my death. I always I always say to myself, I want a death in which I fall in a black hole. I explore all of its secrets and I take it away with me. No one gets to know all of its secrets, only I get to know, and I just take place inside its singularity. And that's it. That's my end. That's how I wish my end would be. That's a dream for a cosmic artist to die at the hands of a black hole, to explore it, to live its um, live its vastness, how it devours everything. I want it to give me all of its secrets, all of its information, and then take me away. That's what I really want.
Okay. So, a black hole. They say we're living in a black hole right now. They say the solar system that we're in right now is, well, it's a theory. The theory is that we are in a black hole because within a black hole there is infinite space, and we seem to be in infinite space. Um, I was reading an article of a theory of a scientist who believes that our actual solar system is within. We are already in a black hole. Um, so super rare. So super rare is doing pretty good. I mean, in terms of and you know what? I'll talk to you. Let's see, what time is it? I think it's about time. Yeah, we're good. We're about an hour and 10 in. Why don't we head over? What do you think if we head over to the computer, start bringing up your website and some of your art?
Absolutely.
All
Let's
right,
go and let's dive right into it.
let's do it. While I get over there and do that, I ask you. I am curious about super rare because I hear a lot of people upset, like, oh, they don't answer, they don't accept me, they don't. And on top of that, Rohit, you've been around since 2020, 2021, 22, 21, 22.
I've been here for 22. Yeah, I'd say 22. 22 at the end of it.
Okay.
That is where my course started. Yeah.
So, 22, you saw a lot of what I am going to say is you've seen a lot of marketplaces. Let me switch the camera back here so you could see me, so you're not talking to a little tiny head here. All right, you got me? Good. And
Yeah.
while I start switching the screens around and getting you ready, you've seen a lot of marketplaces come and go. You've seen, how many marketplace? Well, there were photography marketplaces. There were all sorts of, now we've seen social media slash marketplaces, right? And and then obviously just strict marketplaces. OpenSea, super rare. Foundation, Magic Eden,
Yeah.
Eden. Yeah, am I saying that right? You've seen so many different marketplaces come and go. What's your thoughts? What's your feelings on super rare? Are they here to stay?
I think they're here to stay. The reason I say it is because the curation is excellent. They know what they curate. Um, they are not just picking randomly. They are taking their time. If a platform takes 6 months to vet you, see your background history, do checks on you, do background. They test you basically. The video itself is a testimony that you really want to be there. A lot of people don't even submit the video. They have that anxiety. Hey, I don't want to show my face. I can't do it. So I'd say Super is here to stay. 100%. Super is one of my most dear platforms. Again, because they pushed me, they gave me a push into it. So I'd say they're here. I've seen KO, MP, Rarible, all of these places, all of these things come by, Gamma, all of these, like some of them still exist. But I'd still say focus on art. Platforms may come, go by, but what should remain is you and your art. That is everything that should exist. So yeah, it's super definitely. It's going to be here.
You know, Rohit, give me a second just to. This is I have a screensaver up, and I don't know. It's not the Taj. It must be something else, but I feel like it might be from the Taj. You know, as I'm bringing up, you know, okay. Here, let me show you for a second, real quick. How do I do this? Are you you got your eye on the show, Rohit? Why did you get quiet?
Yes, sir. I
Oh,
have.
okay. So did you see me moving screens around?
Yeah, I do.
Did you see this image behind me, behind you?
Noted.
So it's just strange how we're doing. So it's I don't have no control over it. Microsoft just Windows just brings up these pretty cool images, but very close. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's the Taj, but very close to it. It seems. But so odd that it comes up now during
Yeah,
our show. Okay,
it
let's.
is. It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is actually Taj Mahal. It is Taj Mahal.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Taj Mahal.
It must be a side. It doesn't look like the main view, or looks like
Yeah, yeah,
right. It looks like maybe a side view. But
yeah.
how crazy is it that we're here? It's your show, and we're sitting here talking, and this image shows up behind you. And here we are talking about how we don't believe in coincidences, and destiny is already carved out for us, and we're just fulfilling our prophecies, and and now we're here doing that. Now, this, I told you, Rohit, I do not believe in coincidences or luck or anything. And here, this image is sitting here, and I'm moving stuff around, and I'm bringing up windows, getting ready to display your art. And I'm like, this can't be. This can't, this is sitting behind us. Okay, let me bring up, I'm going to bring up, well, you know what we're going to start with? I think this is your website. Yes. Okay. So we'll bring up your website. Let's start there, and then also we're going to bring up X. Rohit, we are all where me. Well, I'll say this: me and you are exactly where we are supposed to be. Um,
Absolutely. There's nothing as coincidence. Universe
that's
does
right.
not do coincidence.
That there is no coincidence when it comes to and now that this image is sitting behind us, we are I feel even more we're supposed to be exactly where we are supposed to be. Okay, let me get these screens set here. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna bring up your. I have your X up. I'm gonna let me ask you a question. Where would you like to start? You want to start with your website?
Yeah, let's jump into the website
Okay.
first.
So I have your website up right now. And then also what I want to do is I know you have a gram, so I want to bring up your Instagram. And I want to, let's see, I want to, okay, I got to do this. Right, there we go. And then are we off center here and I'm missing it? No, I don't think so. Okay, right? Why are we a little off center? Right? Yeah, that's your X. The X is right. Did Instagram change anything? Let me change this back. Why are we a little off here? Oh, okay, okay. This is right. This is right. Perfect. Okay. I have. You know what? Let me scroll down to the bottom of your gram. I was thinking about applying to Super Rare, and thank you for convincing me of that. A lot of people have been, oh, I don't know. And I have this little collection. I've never launched a collection. I've been here for 3, 4 years, just kind of figuring out things and, learning everything and, wandering around, seeing where I fit in. And I have yet to make a decision. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I have yet to make a decision what I'm doing. Now I finally made a decision, and I'm not sure where to put these pieces. And I was thinking Super Rare would be the perfect place for them. But I've heard a lot of people say, well, I've applied. I haven't heard from them. I haven't, and now that you have mentioned that you feel like they're here to stay and exactly the reasons why, how good they are with curation and attention to detail. And it seems like they really pay attention to the artists that they let on the platform. They don't let it turn into a free-for-all or a circus. They pay close. So, I mean, you might have convinced me. I think you've definitely convinced me to apply to Super Rare. With that being said, Rohit, we'll start with your website. I got your website up. Why don't you take us through a tour, and then we'll jump on IG, and I want to click through some of your art. But oh yeah, you have your Super Rare link here, right here. Okay, we're not. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Go ahead, Rohit. I might get too. I get click happy, Rohit. I start. Yeah, I want to see everything. But
Sure.
right now we're on your site. It has your works of art. Take us through your site.
Sure. Absolutely. By the way, um, the delay on Super Rare is because they don't have a lot of people in the curation process. And I have heard on the Discord that it takes a lot of time for them to, vet everyone thoroughly. I think they're not, they have their applications closed, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't have the entire surety. But moving on to art. Yeah, so that's my website. I'm really happy to see it live. Actually, I did a redesign of the website recently.
Yeah, it's a
And
beautiful
I
site, Rohit. You did a very nice job on your site.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
You're welcome.
I had some thoughts about it. So on the top, what you see is all of the pieces that are really new. Some of them have took over an year to build. So the first piece that you see is a piece that took me over 3 years to complete because it took me a lot of time to alter. A lot of maths went into it. A lot of things went into this piece to figure it out. And once you see it through a lot of magnifying glass, through detailed eye, you will see that it's a living piece. It's not something that is static. The 3D elements here move and breathe. They are just like a living organism. So something that I really wanted to portray is my art is as alive as the universe is. Every single element has a life, has a breath, have a soul, and that is what these pieces are. Some of them are from a collection, particularly most of them are minted already. I think a couple of them are not, but most of them which are at the top, they have been minted on Super Rare and Foundation. Yeah, these two are the most places that I have minted. So these are the pieces that you'll see. One of them at the top is uh, there's a piece that I would like to talk to you about. That is cosmic quant flux. So this piece has a very deep meaning. Um,
Is Rohit? Where?
yeah.
Let me bring this piece up. Where is that? The link you sent me?
So go on the website and pick up the middle one at the top.
The middle one at the top with the
Yeah.
rotating rings.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're very good at loops, Rohit. You're excellent at loops. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure. So the story for this piece is something that people would really love to know is this piece talks about two lovers, and once the universe collides, um, there's nothing left. All that's left is the shadow in the void. This piece has deeper meaning, not just for the cosmos, but from my own perspective, because it's a piece that I made while I was in love with someone and I broke up with her. So it's not like a 3 month piece. It's a 1 year, 2 year piece that I spent my time on, and it's a accumulation of all the experiences I had with her, from falling into love with her and then going out of it. So a lot of my pieces have that emotion that I have experienced with the universe. So it's always a sum of my emotions plus the universe that I really want to explore. So one of the pieces that you would see is the left one on the second row. That piece
Left one on the second on the bottom
on the bottom, yeah,
the
the
left
second one.
the second one.
The left one on the second
Oh, gotcha.
row.
The
Yeah,
left
yeah,
one. Okay. With the blue rings. Yes. Okay.
yeah, blue rays. Yeah.
Looks like the Earth is well. It looks like the planet is being consumed and redesigned almost. Go ahead.
Exactly. So people say there's something called a matrix of the universe, VR simulation, and all of that. So I was researching a lot more on it, how we could all just be a part of a simulation. How could we actually not exist and we could just be a glitch in the matrix? So one of this piece basically talks about how reality can flicker and how everything around us, everyone we love, everyone we admire, everyone that loves us, it could just be a beautiful glitch of the universe, and one day we could not even exist. So this is that piece which talks about uh, the universe not existing and us just being a glitch in the matrix. So it's one of those pieces, which talk a lot about that piece.
Uh,
There's also a piece which I would like to. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So if you scroll down after the art exhibited at the first piece that looks like a human, it's called Cosmic Stardust.
There we go, Rohit. This okay. So this is nice and big for everyone to see. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was going to ask you if there's a better place to see these little guys on the top. You got to get these little guys. You got to get these works of art up on the top, as big as this one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this piece is what we talked about earlier, is the universe, the amount of universe that exists out there is as much as it exists inside of us. This piece talks about how a star had to die for us to be born, and we are just the dust of that star. It's one of my most cherished pieces. Took me 2 years to finally complete, which I'm really okay with. I have a rule. I don't put out art that I'm not satisfied with. I can't put out art
I like
that
that.
I'm not
I
satisfied
like
with.
that. I like that, Rohit. That's a good law to live by.
It takes me years sometimes to finish it, but I'm totally okay with it. I cannot fathom something that I don't like. I can't give out something that I won't purchase myself. So this piece is just the epitome of what I believe, uh, the universe existing out there and universe existing within us. It's just that piece that you could just look at it, admire it, and then fall in love with it. If you love the universe, this piece would always talk to you. This piece would always resonate with you. It's a love letter to any cosmic fan. It's that piece that is what for me. Some people have actually told me it's not one of my best works, but I always say once you learn the story about this piece, I'm pretty sure there is no other piece you would fall in love with as much as this one. It just makes me rethink about everything that I've done, that I've been through, that you and I, everyone has been through. This piece talks so much. Like I can go on and on about this piece, and like time would not end about it.
Yeah. I Rohit, let me ask you a question. I mean, I've heard do most of your pieces, some of them sound like they've taken quite amount of time to create. What's the average time on these pieces? I mean, some of these pieces you said 2-3 years almost. Is that every piece, or what average time does it take you to create? And then also the question from before, where I said I was going to hold off till we're in front of the computer. What's your creative process? How do you get? Do you and you know another question? Oh, man, I got a lot of questions for you. Do you meditate? And how do you determine, like, where do you get the ideas from? Are they do you get visions, or do you just start tinkering around and then it starts to form? And then the average time that it takes to create some of these pieces. And we already know that you do not release it unless you are 100% sure about it. Yeah, I got questions, man.
Sure, sure, sure. Um, on average, you can say 3 months is the bare minimum that I'd say, because a lot of pieces I've actually done in a week. Some I've done in a day, some have taken me 2 years. It's just about that. The discovery of things is very random. You can't say I discovered this in one day. You can't say I discovered this in 10 years. It's a The thing about my art, Mark, is I'm a discoverer. I can't have inspirations looking at others' art and then just make it. I need to discover, explore what is not explored yet, something that no other human has ever seen. That is the beauty, I say, is about my art. And how do I get inspirations from? Let me walk you through one of my pieces that I made through nature. If you scroll to the second row in the middle one, from the top to the second row,
Right. Middle one?
the middle one.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to do that, but I'm just going to flick through. I want to give everybody a good idea of your art as a whole also. So I want them to see everything, but I believe this right here is the piece that you're speaking about, right? Is this the piece you want me to show everyone?
This one,
Kind of looks like an energy beam firing vertically from the planet with it'll show up.
the one next to it. Yeah, this one, exactly this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Perfect. So this piece is called Cosmic Butterfly. The reason why I say it's a cosmic butterfly is I was at a park one day and I was just sitting, having a good session, relaxing, enjoying my time. There comes a cocoon from which a butterfly sprouts out. That experience of a butterfly spawning into life, a butterfly coming into life from a cocoon, is what inspired me to make this piece. You know the reason why? Maybe this universe could just be a cocoon that blooms out as a butterfly, and this is that piece where I say it's a cosmic butterfly. So everything that I have been inspired is through universe itself, but nothing that people have ever seen. So there's no information about a butterfly of the universe. So this is that thing where I say no one has seen it yet, but it has been here in the universe, just waiting for humans to discover, to explore. And sometimes I also tinker. Sometimes I don't have any set thoughts in my head, and I also tinker around a lot. I spend days just figuring out what I should make. Sometimes I have visions. Sometimes the universe, if the universe is making you sit and make something, it has a plan for you. It won't let you go empty-handed. It will always have a plan for you. It will always give you visions, always come in your dreams, your subconscious, and it won't let you go empty-handed. The universe has a plan for all of us. We are not born on this planet without a plan. Every one of us has a set determined path, a plan that we have to, go through. The journey is what makes us. The journey and its experience is what really makes us. So, as you said, uh, yeah, I tinker around a lot. A lot of it also is from my personal life. Some of the most pieces that I've made is when I went through a relationship. I think relationship have that catalytic effect on me where I can, scream out or make something which is very, very deep and close to me. So these pieces are one of them. And then death as well. Death also intrigues me a lot. I think people are scared of death, but once you understand the reality of it, that no one really dies, they just move on to another body, and everyone is connected through a higher spiritual entity. You stop fearing death because it's the universal truth. If there's a truth in this universe, there's only two things. One is time, and second is death. Everyone has to die, and there's a time for everything. So that's the answer for your question, Mark.
Okay. Now, just to confirm and to reset everybody, all of these pieces, this is all 3D. And this is Cinema 4D, yes? Or
Absolutely. All of them are 3D and all of them are made in Cinema 4D plus Octane Render.
um, Rohit, let me. I mean, these are these pieces are phenomenal. I'm curious because this is the first time that I sometimes I land on someone's page and I look at their art. Other times I'm introduced to their art through the show. Sketch was always you got to get Rohit on. Got to get Rohit on. He's and does great art, great art. And now this is my first time really going through your catalog and everything that you've created. And I the I'm curious about this piece right here. You're going to see it come up in about 10 seconds. I'd love to hear you talk a little bit about this, but um, what? Shit, I lost track of my question. Oh, AI. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, here I'll let you talk about this, and then I was going to ask you what your thoughts are on AI. If it's something that you feel helps benefit and helps you create, if you've been tinkering with it yet. I've seen a lot of new AI with 3D, how fast it models and remodels and things of that nature. But we'll get into that afterwards. I'm curious about this piece here, the meaning behind it. But yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Okay. First of all, this piece is called Cosmic Death Song. This piece has a beautiful meaning, is that death has a vibration, death has a song in the universe. As I just said, there's a couple of eternal truths in this universe. One is time and second is death, which I believe is a sacred thing. In India, even we first cry and then we celebrate death. We celebrate that the person is now moving on to a beautiful life. And we also say that death does not happen to a soul, it only happens to a mortal flesh body. And that is what is being portrayed here. What you see right here is the soul of that body that is now transitioning over to a higher dimension. And the body is singing the death song that the universe has for it. So this piece is one of those pieces which combines death with the universe, with the next dimension. And people who grieve death, this piece is for them. People who grieve and who want to understand the meaning of death, because one day it has to come for all of us. This piece talks to those people, is that you do not die. What dies is your physical body, but your soul stays for the eternity until it reaches moksha, that is not coming back to this spirit, to this world, to this dimension, and just residing with the one entity that is what we say God. This piece talks about a lot of that. So a lot of my art I've heard is it's acquired taste. Not everyone has to, not everyone can easily understand the piece. There's a lot of meaning, a lot of research, and a lot of following or research you have to put in about the universe to really figure out why I do something and what I do something. Not everyone really understands it, which I think I'm really happy with. The people who really love it, they have a big passion for universe. All of my collectors, I've wherever I've chat with them, they have the utmost passion for the universe that I share, and that is what I really like to talk to them about is the universe, what exists. There's a new entity that has entered our solar system, which people are saying is an alien spaceship.
Hang on. Are you talking about the
Yeah,
band of like rainbow
yeah,
lights that
yeah.
everyone's talking? Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's they said it's supposed to disappear behind the sun in 60
Yeah,
days. Is that are we That's the right.
yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay,
We're on the
okay. Go
same.
ahead, go ahead. I've seen a lot of murmur, but I don't know whether or not to take it serious. But it's funny you're bringing this up because kind of caught my attention as well. Go ahead. Take it. Go ahead, Rohit.
Think about it, Mark. I'm going to give you a question, right? You take a spoonful of water from the ocean and you say, hey, there's no fish in it. Does that make sense? That does not, right? You're taking a spoonful of water and saying there's no fish in it, and then people believing there's no other entities apart from us in this universe. It's just not making sense. It does not add up. Maybe they have not discovered us yet. Maybe we have not discovered them yet. But I believe there exists more people, more entities, more living organisms in this universe than we can fathom with our brain. It's just a wall that we have to cross, or they have to cross to reach us. And we'll see. We might see new people. We might see new extraterrestrial beings. And I think this specific uh, visit that we had from this intercontinental, inter solar system visitor, I think it is one of those uh, surveillance things for us, which I'd say I'm really happy. I've seen so much, the COVID, the there's nothing that we have seen wars in. Now we are seeing an alien spaceship. I am pleased to be alive at this point of time. If this is real, if they make contact, I'm more than happy to, just have a chat with them, understand the secrets of the universe so that I can, dive deeper into it.
I agree with you, Rohit. I think it's too. People ask me. Okay, so people ask me all the time. As a matter of fact, one of my good friends always busts my balls about this. He always says, Mark don't believe in aliens. I said, no, it's not. It's not that I don't believe that there's another something out there. It's just that I haven't seen any evidence of it on Earth. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm just saying that I have yet to see any physical or anything specific that makes me say, "Holy shit!" Like there really are, there's other beings out there, right? And there's a lot of things that we can't explain, and the universe is a big place, and so it'd be silly to think that we're the only people, we're the only ones in it, right? But yet, I have yet to see any type of anything that has made me think differently or has made me say, "Holy shit, we're not alone," right? Which I'd love to be able to say that, but I'm not convinced. Well, no, it's not that I'm not convinced because they talk about Area 51 and planes and yeah, as spaceships that we haven't seen, and we have alien bodies and alien tech. I'm not convinced of any of that. But you cannot, obviously there's something out there. You know what I often say, Rohit, is we have a lot of space junk flying. I don't know if you are familiar with how much space junk is flying around the planet. Satellites, just a lot of, and then dead satellites, dead junk, just there's a lot of shit. And so if I was flying by the planet, I would be like, yeah, that place looks like a dump. I'm not going there, right? Those people don't even know how to throw out their trash. They throw it in space. Yeah, I think we'll skip there and let's move on. They don't look too intelligent down there. They look dirty, right? It's just, if I was somebody flying around taking a peek at the planet, I'd be like, what? Let's go to a cleaner spot, But it's just I do agree with you. The universe is too much. It's too big for there not to be something else out there. It's just crazy how nobody's bumped into anybody yet, right? And now we're exploring and expanding. So it wouldn't be a surprise if we stirred something up out there that decided to, be curious of like, oh boy, the dirty planet. It's starting to move to other planets now. They're starting to land, you know, and so maybe we should keep an eye. And now all of a sudden, a lot of talk of, a lot of talk of activity, a lot of talk of different things going on, but yet no evidence in my mind of anything here yet. But people will dispute that. Well, it's just, and now with all the drones and all the technology being developed, who knows what you're seeing in the sky, right? But yet now there's this talk of this thing going on out there, and I even has me curious because it looks like a rainbow band of. They said, if I remember correctly, they said it was the size of Manhattan, or even bigger than Manhattan. It's huge,
bigger
right?
than Manhattan.
Bigger than Manhattan.
It's yeah.
So I know very exciting for you, because you made it a cosmic morning for me and for everyone. Up here he is. Here's Josh says hello, Rohit. But
Hi, Josh.
Josh knows we get into it all the time. And he knows. He's like, I need these guys to come down here and say, I want them to land in my backyard, Rohit. But
I really wish they could. There's a lot of things I have to ask, a lot of secrets they have to tell me. I'm waiting for them. I'd say, see, there's a lot of conspiracies about this as well, that they have visited us. But again, there's nothing like proof that it has happened to the general public. Um, I believe in conspiracies at a certain level, that some conspiracies did happen. So one of them is the aliens one. I do believe it happened. I kind of believe, like, I might believe it. It's my heart that wants to believe that this has happened, or I would be really devastated that, oh my God, we're still not visited. We still don't have any visitor. But I'd say, yeah, it should happen now. It's about time that entity gives us a high, just a wave, like, hey, you're not alone. Get your trash out, so that we can visit you. Something like that would be really happy to see.
It certainly would be interesting, especially it's just funny how all of the films that we've created in life, we've always showed us traveling to different planets. I mean, even what's the oh shit, what is the Marvel the three why is it not coming to me right now? The raccoon, and they're flying around
Yeah, yeah.
right, and there's all these different species on different
Guardians of the Guardians of the Universe.
thank
something
you,
like
thank you, thank you, Rohit. Guardians of the Galaxy,
that.
right?
Galaxy, yeah.
And then we have Star Wars. Look at all these films that we've created where we travel interstellar, intergalactic, stellar. I'm saying it wrong. Intergalactic travel, interstellar travel. All of this travel between planets, between universes, hyperspace. Star Trek. Right? Look at Star Trek. How many times have we visited another species, landed on another planet? And it's amazing that it comes from the human minds. We and then this also goes back to you before, and I have often said that a lot of people ask me, how did you get that idea to shoot that photo, or how did you get that idea to create that art? And I'm like, to be honest with you, it's just I was walking around and it just. It's just I don't know where it came from. It just, and then I just knew I had to do it because I was given the vision of it and I saw it so clearly, and then I just decided to shoot it. And then I released it and it did very well, and it's almost like it was meant to be. And sometimes I feel like, and I'm going to go back to meditation, but when we meditate and we It's a lot of times they say, clear out the voices, clear out the noise, clear out the sounds, and then we get our answers are sitting right there in front of us. But a lot of times we cannot get our answers because of the fact that we have so much noise, so much going on in our head, right? So um, I forgot where I was going with all of this, but as humans, we created all of these, worlds around these films, and we even have there's a diagram out there where someone took every spaceship that was in every video game and I don't know if you ever seen it. It's huge. And they compare the sizes of the spaceship, and this is all stuff that came from our minds. So how far-fetched is it? Also, you a lot of theories about the pyramids, how they are so perfectly aligned, and there's always the constant. Well, we don't know how we could possibly. I don't believe that. I don't. I think as humans we're very creative. It's hard for us to imagine because we use cranes and mechanics and things of that nature today. But back then, it's how do they do it with sticks, and how do they lift these big rocks? And I think you get enough people under there, and we move it like an ant would move a big chunk of food, and you get 400, 500, So it's amazing what has come from our minds, the things that we've created, and just everything that's shown in film and things of that nature. Also, your 3D modeling. I love how on your gram, I'm flicking through your gram right now. I love how you've added the 3D models. It really shows your talent and your creativity when it comes to creating this. But I personally feel these designs are from out of this world, which I know you would smile when I say that, because there's something speaking through you, Rohit, especially when I speak to you and I listen to you speak. Something not from the most of us create art from this planet and our experiences, things we've seen. You're diving into the new territory, just further than we've have been. If I
The
haven't,
idea is,
go, go,
Mark,
go ahead, go
go
ahead,
ahead,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Rohit. Go ahead, go ahead.
Sure. So the idea, Mark, is always for me to discover what has never been. I say it many times. The day I start discovering what has already been discovered, I think I lose my signature. I think then I'm not no longer different than what other people do. And you have to be different. You have to be so uniquely different so that people are investing in you. They are interested in what you do. And a lot of it comes down to meditation. As you said, Hinduism is where a lot of it started, meditating, yoga, and a lot of it. So
Do you meditate, yoga, Rohit?
everyone in India does it. There's no
Really?
single place. Everyone does it. In India, it's like base thing. Every single parent says it. You have to do it. You get a level of clarity that is unprecedented by any other thing. I do swimming, I do yoga, I do meditation. All of it gives me a mental clarity so that I can focus on things. I can be at a next spiritual level, or how would people say is opening up my chakras to let the universe come into me and let the universe talk through me. So as you said, while you talk to me, you feel something different. It's the universe that talks through me. It's the universe that talks through you. Everyone is a part of it, and it's just beautiful, like how we experience all of it, all the universe around us and within us as well.
AI, and that's what I wanted to talk about.
Ah,
Um,
yeah, AI. It's interesting. I'll tell you my honest fact. I have been a collector at point of time. I have around 190 pieces I've collected, and a lot of them are AI. I love AI. AI has been a powerhouse for me in my design. So in my products, I use AI to quickly render up things. quickly do wireframing, quickly do prototyping. A lot of that is what AI is. It's a tool. After all, uh, you have to give it something. The words that you give it's also the word of saying, the word of typing, the word of the art that you say. So I say AI is very interesting. Have I explored it yet in my own art? Not yet. I think there is a lot of space, a lot of time that I would give it before I jump right into it. The reason being is I feel connected to my art when I make it. There's a connection, there's a cosmic connection between the art and I that has to exist, or it's no longer my art. And to do that, I can't rely on any AI, because AI can't understand the fact that it's not a 3D piece. It's a piece of the universe that we are living in. It's a piece of that entity that is out there somewhere that has not been discovered yet. AI is trained on what it has seen. It is not trained on what no one has ever seen. So AI conceptually for cosmic art does not exist because it does not know that what's out there, as no one has ever seen it. It can make generic things, black holes, planets, and all of that. But if you jump deeper to something that's not been discovered yet, how do you tell it to make it when it has not been trained over? So AI for me, it has miles to go, but I have been using AI in design, in my product design. It's a powerhouse. Everyone should explore it. Everyone should understand how it works, because AI is the next frontier, no matter how much you run away from it. And me being collecting AI, I think says that I am pro AI. I don't have any negative thoughts about it. The more a human can explore, the more tools that he can get to say, to explore, to conceptualize, to visualize, the better. What's the harm in it? I've seen people talk shit about it, and I say, you don't understand that AI is what internet was in 1990s, 2000s. People said it's a bubble. It's not a bubble. It's here to stay. And the earlier that you accept it, the happier we all would be.
Okay. But so interesting take of Rohit, not implementing it into your work because you almost feel like it will disrupt your connection of which the universe is, channeling through you and you're creating. You feel like almost AI will interrupt that, or possibly take it in a um,
It will take it
direction.
in a different direction
Yeah, I
that
was going
I
to.
don't want it to.
Right,
Yeah,
right. It's going to apply a certain type of computer type of. I don't know how to say this. It's gonna apply a type of computer understanding that might not have that connection. That is not understanding where you're drawing your information from. It might just start looking through, universe, just comic books or movies or films, where you feel you have a genuine connection when you're creating this work, where AI would just be listening to what you're prompting. Um, so interesting take on that. However, you are using it to make, I would imagine, your work easier and more powerful.
absolutely.
Sure, sure, sure.
AI has that power, and not leveraging it would make me a complete idiot. Because if there's a tool that exists that can make your life easier, why not use it? And yeah, I think it does it. But do you feel like, does your soul stir from it? Every single art piece that I purchase or my friends buy, I and they ask me for advice, I just say them one thing: does this art piece stir your soul? Does it move you? Does it have that impact on you that it will make you think about the reality? And if it does not, then it's not the piece for you. If it does, then yeah, this is the piece for you. No matter if it's AI, if it's not AI. I have friends like Mimoso, Delta Sauce. They make great AI works. I am a fan of their art. So I'd say if that art stirs your soul, no matter if it's AI, if it's not AI, then that's the piece for you.
I feel like there's so much you can do here, Rohit. I just scrolling through IG and then looking at your website. I feel like there's so much. There's so many different variations and just so many different ideas, and there's so much out there in the universe. You're not focusing on a small chunk of something on the planet. You're focusing on this such a broad spectrum where you're drawing your thoughts and your ideas from. You could go on, it's you go on for years and never have an artist drought or a hard time trying to come up with something. It's I feel like there's just always something out there that you can tap into. Uh, your art, these pieces are digital right now, but have you any thoughts of maybe bringing it to physical or printing, or maybe this stuff would look great on metal prints, or any thoughts of bringing it to physicals, or have you already and I just haven't seen? Um,
I I have printed a lot of them. Actually, there's a print
oh,
right behind me.
well,
If
let's
you
see.
put down,
Let's
let
see.
me get it. Let me get it for you. Give me a second.
All right, all right. He's got prints. Guys, I'm going to be a little late to TGIF. What's up, Ghost? What's up, Josh? I see you guys in there. But I'll be in TGIF. Give me about a half an hour to finish up with Rohit, and I'll be there. I'll make my way over. But Rohit had to start a little late because
Oh,
of
no.
weather. So,
I'm back.
all
You were
right.
saying something, Mark?
Yeah, no, I was just talking the chat. I was letting these guys know.
So this is one of the pieces that I recently got printed. I'm not sure
Oh.
if this would take it, but I'll try my best to get it shown. So I have a couple of pieces that I'm printing. It does a really bad job, you know.
Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. All right. All right. All right.
So I've been printing a lot of my art. So I have a friend who's a printer, and I love to see it in action. I'm actually doing my house renovation. So all of these prints that you see are from my own house. So yeah, there's going to be a mini gallery at my own house of my own art.
Well, I mean, you're ready for a gallery, Rohit. You're ready for a personal gallery show. And here's what I love about this. You haven't gotten consumed by the digital collectible NFT world. You haven't gotten, it's a lot of people you see create and then that's it. It just sits in this world, right? You've actually made steps to bring a lot of your artworks to physicals, which will give you another whole world of opportunity, because now it seems like you might be prepared to do a gallery show if that opportunity presents itself. And that's what I love. What if the gallery doesn't have digital screens? You could present them with prints, right? If they have digital screens, you have the ability to now transfer your digital artwork and get those digital collectibles on digital screens. So you, to me, have doubled your odds of success, which is I love the fact that you beat me to the punch when I asked you about the prints. You were so excited to say you were so excited to I've printed. Like I've printed this week too, and so I love that. I love that. I love taking it out of the digital world and creating more opportunities as an artist for yourself, not being limited. I can't tell you how much I love that. I love it because that's where my head is. I'm happy to see that your head is there as well. I'm gonna jump. I went through your gram while we were talking. We went through your website. Now I'm gonna jump on Super Rare, and just kind of flick through Super Rare as well. You see many of your artworks that we have talked about and discussed on Super Rare as well. Rohit, man, you have answered every question I got. Yeah, and you nailed them all perfectly. I love the fact that you're focusing. You got a website. The artworks are not only digital availability, but physical availability, which makes you twice the threat in the art world because you're prepared for everything. If a gallery comes knocking and they want to display your artworks, you have options, and you won't be limited. You won't say no. A lot of galleries, I just went to the Hampton Fine Art Fair, and they had galleries from everywhere. They had galleries from all over the planet, and it was you didn't see that much digital. You didn't see that many screens being used. I don't know if I even saw one screen, which makes me nervous because it's like I'd like to see the the introduction to
Yeah.
digital art as well. But they seem to be very physical, art physical based. And they're missing out because there's so many great digital artists. Well, I don't know if necessarily they're missing out. Maybe the digital artists are missing out.
We also missing out. I think the physical world is way bigger than the digital world is as at the point. A lot of collectors are very suspicious about the NFT thing. They love physicals. So,
Right.
and there's something that people have to understand is that NFTs at a point of time can't be the only source that you survive on. People who did try to do that had to suffer a lot. People who just tried to use NFTs, who were very new about it, who didn't had a very big name in the industry, they had to suffer. They had to quit. The best thing about, from what I'd say, my experience was I had a job. I had a design job that I loved, that I really loved. Like even right now, I have a job, and I love it because it's also to design, and that allows me to basically do what I love. That is art as well. So it's something that people have to really understand that uh, you have to pivot sometimes to other things to make a career in your things, to make a career in what you really want to do. Otherwise, if I didn't have a daytime job, we would not be doing this meeting, Mark. Trust me, people. I've seen so many friends quit. Around 90% of the people I've collected from have quit because they did not have any other thing going on for them except for NFTs. They made a buck here, they left. They did not intend to come back until the NFT market is up. And that's okay, that makes sense. If you can't have food on the table, I can't play. You need to have food on the table, and it has to come from somewhere or other. And people, the earlier they understand it, that uh, you need a second job, you need something in the idle thing, the better it is. There's always exceptions. People who have made a name, they don't need it. They are good to go. But mostly people, they have to have a job, or it would be really hard for them. And talking about physicals, man, they are like a cherry on cake. Cake on cherry? Cherry on cake. I forgot what people say. But it's really important to have physicals. I'd say galleries, all of these places are amazing opportunities people miss out on if they do not have any digital. And they do not like digital, to be very honest. I have galleries in my city. They are not very digital friendly. They're like, we do not have screens. We do not like it. We want physical things. So what you can do, go to a good printer, print it out and frame it and hang it up. It's not that it's not that complicated. Whatever you do, you can get it printed. Just only thing is you can't do animations. That is given. But what you can do is you can just hand out a physical and then send them the digital print, send them a digital animation, and that would solve it. All you have to do is find a good printer. That is the only thing that you have to do, is find a printer that can print it into magic. That's the only thing I have understood till now.
It's nice to see some collectors on Super Rare as well. So, yeah, and you did mention you had made some sales. So that's nice to see. I like seeing this is to me. I always say when you're starting something, you're building something, right? You're building a foundation. You always want to make your foundation strong. I feel like you got a very strong foundation here, Rohit. I think only the best is coming for you. I see collectors. As a matter of fact, one of your collectors actually reposted the stream. So, yeah, they really support you, man. And that's nice to see as well. They believe in you. And so, yeah, shout out to you, Rohit. Um,
Shout out to all of us. I think everything in this universe is a joint effort. Uh, every single bit of love that I've gotten is through the universe. So shout out to every single person, every single entity that lives here. And yeah, I mean, I have the relations I have with my collectors is like unparalleled to anything, because to actually have my art in your collection tells you that you really love the cosmos as much as I do. Otherwise, you would not even understand what I'm doing. So they understand, they love what I do, and I think that is what makes them so close to me.
it's nice to see the sales, Rohit. You bring a lot of I was talking to Josh earlier this week, and I was working on a project, and I'm just like, I think I might mint six, and I'm like, I'm not sure where to put it. I don't know where they should go, and I'm like, yeah, I'd love to see them on Super Rare, but you get nervous. Like I mentioned, I said maybe a website and a manifold contract. Not really sure what sites going up and down, and but you've definitely have inspired me to maybe make some moves to see if Super Rare might reopen the door for one more artist. Doesn't hurt to ask. Um,
You always got to ask. You can't hit a home run without swinging. You have to swing multiple times to hit a home run, and you can't do it unless you swing. So try it, man. See, at the end of the life, you won't die with a regret. Hey, I didn't even try. So try it out. If it works, it's good. If it's not working, it's a lesson for us. That's how my philosophy is to everything. If there's a girl, I ask her out, and if I feel like I can't, then that's not me. I will, because you can't die with regret. That's the worst death I can have, is like, what if I asked her out? What if I made that piece? What if I tried that? So yeah, just try it out. And I'm pretty sure your art is amazing. I have seen your art. So you're gonna be there. Only thing that you have to do is build connections, and you have built a very, very big network from what I've heard from Sketch. Sketch is a very dear friend of mine. I've invited her multiple times to India. Hope she comes here soon. So I'm inviting you as well. Anytime you are in India, hit me up. Would love to travel with you and have good food. But yeah, you have good connections, and I'm pretty sure SR would take you in. They would be blessed to take you in. I'm pretty sure.
I'm letting the universe guide me, Rohit. That's believe it or
That's the
not,
best
if you
part.
didn't know me and we didn't have this conversation, that's what I would have said to anyone. They would have said, "What's the deal? Why aren't you doing this?" And I'm like, "Listen, I like to let the universe kind of
Yeah.
guide." My moves. I like to do it when I feel right, and it's sometimes it might happen, sometimes it might not happen, but I feel like it'll all happen, but it'll happen at the time that it happens when I think you're very confident and you feel good about it. But it's nice to see the success taking place over here on Super Rare. You might be one of the few people we've had on the show where I've seen this type of success on Super Rare, which has you have inspired me to maybe make a couple moves towards contacting them. Rohit, you've answered it all, bro. Um, did we cover everything? Did I show them everything? Did we miss anything? Let me take a look at your link tree. We got your gram, we got your X, we got your website, we got Super Rare. Yeah, foundation. We could show them foundation. We can show them Tezos. Let's just spin through these real quick. All right. Oh,
So
so you got.
Tezos is my collection. These are what I've collected actually. Tezos is basically where I go to collect sometimes, and yeah, Tezos was a collection thing. So I've also looked into collecting pieces that speak or stir my soul.
Ah, you're a collector. I got you. So object is your collecting place. All right. All right.
Object and function. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a fan of I how about a lot of times I we always talk about how great object is, how great of a platform. It seems to be this island that's always stable in the middle of this storm. And now it's nice to see Skirpy. I don't know if you've been on Skirpy at all, but Skirpy and Object seem to be really taking advantage of Tezos. They're very solid. Not I don't know how far the sales are as far as Super Rare or Foundation if they're that high, but it seems like Object is just never. It's there. It's moving. And I don't feel like it'll ever die. I feel like it's probably the most solid platform with the most artists and the most activity out of everything. But yeah, it's nice to see you. Any thoughts on any of that, or?
Yeah. I see. Tezos is a beautiful place. Anytime I have some money in my wallet, that's the best place to go support artists, purchase art. I've also been a huge uh, supporter for this Scopy because even before Scopy was a thing on Twitter, Scopy and we had a long chat. It was like 2 years ago. He was building this platform. So Mani is one of my friend. His name is Samarth. So Samarth, me and Scopy, we were all in a call. He was showing us this platform, and I was like just being amazed by it on how beautifully he has integrated social media with a market. It's amazing. It's the early concepts were not as good, but the current ones are breathtaking. They are really amazing. So I have been supporter of Tezos. I think Tezos is one of the places I could go to next. Something that just itches me is the pricing. Pricing art that I've spent 3 months making,
Right.
it's really hard.
Right.
That's the only pain point I get sometimes is like if you spend 3 months, can you sell it for $100? It's you
Rohit,
get
let me help you out with this.
yeah.
I'll give you I actually I spent a lot of time thinking about this over the last 4 years. In the beginning, I was very hard on Object and Tezos because I used to say, how can I do a shoot? And how could this shoot? The shoot could cost me $2,500, and it might take me 3 weeks, 4 weeks to edit, and it might, and it's just all this time involved. And how could I throw it up for 10 Tezos? And it would drive me nuts, and it's just such a low price, right? And I always used to say I felt like I did. This is probably recorded somewhere, but I always felt like Object was like this flea market. And then I got past that perspective, and I realized that so it's a great place to start and build confidence and make sales. And there's and then I started to think to myself like how if a photo takes me X amount of dollars to create, or if a piece of artwork takes me, and like you said, takes 3 months to put together, how could I go on and sell it for a minimal price, right? And so I started thinking to myself, what if graffiti, right? I love shooting graffiti, love taking pictures of people's graffiti on walls. What's up, Rama? I see you out there. Rama says hello, Rohit. I'm saying to myself, how can I take advantage of this great platform, Object, and then I thought, when I go out and I shoot, there's sometimes I just shoot to capture stuff. And I might shoot 200, 300, 400, 500 photos in a day, all different. And, in one day, and they don't take much editing because it's not, it's not my art. I'm just snapping pictures of other people's art. And I'm saying to myself, what if I was to create some sort of, maybe a magazine or something. And then but this art, I can post 200, 300 of these pieces, and it's in one, and then to me, if I could post 300 pieces that I shot in a day, that doesn't bother me, to sell it give people a chance to get in on collecting something on the low end, right? But it's a completely different perspective on how to take advantage. Your photos. You mentioned that you shot photos and that you're a photographer, right? Let's say you go out and you shoot, I don't know, maybe you shoot 30, 40, 50 shots. They don't take much editing. You could turn them around in a day, maybe to edit these photos. It takes a day or two. It takes 3 days. But now you throw up 100 pics in a collection on object. And then, maybe you sell them for 10, 20 a piece, whatever, right? But then as a whole, that brings in a very large amount, right? But it didn't take that much time. You're not looking at it like, holy shit, this is one piece for 3 months. And, how do I can't even bring myself to put it up for 10 pesos, right? And so, I started looking at object in a different way rather than, a low-end way. Beautiful platform, beautiful artists, beautiful artwork. And people, you see people, they create quickly. I feel like that's the place for it. If you have a collection that, and I felt like that works for that model. But then what you're saying when you're working on a piece of art and, it costs. There's, financial costs and, there's program costs, computer costs, time. And then it's hard to do it. It's hard to bring it there. But I do believe that platform opens up a big door for, other options and other ways to sell pieces that might have not taken you that long, right? So I said to myself, how can I create something and what can I put? And then, I had this project called Spray the World where, not much creativity. The creativity is on the wall where people are, it's their creativity that I'm capturing and I'm locking into the blockchain. And so therefore I'm just the guy in between, and therefore for me, 10, 20, 30 Tezos, okay, this makes sense because I'm throwing up 100 pieces that took me a day to capture. And not necessarily my creations, me just bringing them to the blockchain to create, maybe take that funding and then who knows, maybe create a magazine from it and put all those pieces in it. So I saw a different way on why to get involved with, the Tezos end of it. But I understand. Like when it comes to Super Rare and Foundation, maybe a different piece of art belong different places, right? Different times, different investments. And I'm not saying that works for everybody. Everybody does what feels right for them. But I understand what you're saying completely. I think there's there's different ways to take advantage of all of these platforms without saying, yeah, that's not for me or that won't work for me, right? So maybe,
Absolutely.
maybe there's go ahead.
I agree to this point that I have a couple of friends who are new to NFTs, and I've always told them Object is one of the best places to start because number one, the mint price is very low. It's minimal that even I can cover it for them. And then you get sales, right? There's always an influx of people purchasing, a lot of influx of people selling. So the parity between the both is very low. There's like always a good balance between both of them, which creates a more healthy environment for a new artist to come up and mint art, have sales, and then jump into Foundation, Super Rare, Non Origin, Maker's Place, OpenSea, all of these places. But I 100% agree. Tezos is one of the most beautiful blockchains that people can explore. Like even I've explored it so much. I still always fall in love with it. I have a friend who's a collector of mine. He always asks me, "Hey Rohit, do you have any good Tezos art?" I always make sure to send him good Tezos stuff because Tezos has that healthy environment that artists can grow in.
Right.
They can, they can learn from, and they can, just grasp understanding of what NFTs is, because FND Foundation they're ruthless. Being very honest, they are ruthless. They are not that easy. You can't sell so quickly there.
Right.
But Object allows you to really get a sense of what community is, how beautiful community can be, and how you can grow as a seed, just like you said, a cosmic seed. So a Tezos seed to into a full-fledged artist. I mean,
Uh,
people do it.
I feel like maybe even your photography would be a perfect place
Yeah,
for object, right?
I
Um,
agree. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna
yeah.
get all my photography and
Honestly,
work into that.
Rohit, if the aliens do come and they decide to blow the planet up, I feel like if someone got on the internet, object would still be there, and there'd still be a bunch of. I really do believe that object is one of the most stable platforms out there. And it was a very ignorant way to look at it in the very beginning for myself, right? Because I didn't understand the total solar system of NFTs and marketplaces. I didn't. It didn't. And to me, when applying what I'm doing, it didn't fit my equation, right? It just didn't make sense. And so, sometimes as humans, we speak stupid, it's just say something stupid, and then, down the road, I'm just like, man, this is such a stable and great platform. How can I take advantage of it without feeling like I'm giving away
Yeah,
hours, hundreds of hours of work? How could I, how could I make this work? And then, I started developing a way to make it work. So, great conversation today, Rohit. Rohit, before we head back to the desk and say goodbye to everybody, get some words of inspiration. Um, how does everybody find you? How do they reach out to you? What's the best way to contact you? Maybe give everybody, give them the information here.
sure. The best way to reach out to me is go to my website www.rohitjalan.in. That is my website, and Rohit Jalan underscore in is my uh, Twitter. Yeah, it's my Twitter, and rohitjalan.in is my Instagram. So I have my branding set up in a way that they all use the same thing. It makes it easier for me to, handle everything. So in my visiting card, it's just rohitjalan.in, and then in the bracket I've said website, Instagram, Twitter, all of it is just one. So you can reach out to me on any of these. All you have to do is have a love for the cosmos and have a passion for exploring what has not been explored yet.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, guys. So this is Rohit Jalan. This is his website right here, easily found right here. You guys, rohitjalan .in, which can easily be. Let me make sure I get this on screen. Okay. This is his X right here. Same thing at Rohit Jalan underscore in, and then his Instagram as well. Same thing, Rohit Jalan .in. So very very easy to be found. Not difficult at all. Also, off of his X, this is his link tree. His link tree will, and also his website will as well take you to Super Rare Foundation and his Tezos collection. So we'll show that real quick. This is his Super Rare right here. This is his foundation. Let's go back. There we go. And then this is his object, which let's see, owned. You can find his collection here as well. So these are all the places that you can find Rohit. All right, Rohit. Let's reset. Did we cover everything, Rohit?
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Okay.
Everything is included, the birth, the death, and all of that. Yeah, everything's covered.
Okay, awesome. Want to make sure we covered everything. I'm very thorough. I like to make sure we go through it all. I don't like to leave no stone unturned. And to tell you, I forgot what you were. I forgot what we were talking about, but I had a saying. There's a saying that seemed to work perfectly. It was fall 7 times, get up 8. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I figured I'd just get that in there for what I remember talking, and I was saying to myself, fall 7 times, get up 8. But it is great to. All right, let's see if I got everything back into place. I do. All right, we're good to go. Okay. I don't remember what we were talking about. Might have been about failure. Might have been about try again.
Yeah.
Oh, right. If you don't get
Trying to get into
accepted,
super.
right? If you
Yeah.
don't get into, thank you. Oh, you knew where I was going. If you didn't get, if the super rare doesn't answer, you keep writing and you keep hitting them up until they do answer. Fall 7 times, get up 8. Right? Rohit, we're gonna be friends for a long time.
Until the end of the cosmos.
Yeah. No shit. You finishing my thoughts for me.
It's,
That's
there's something I also say is to hit a home run, you have to swing multiple times.
That's
You
right.
can't just do it once and then let it off for the universe. You have to swing many times. You'll miss many times, but there's a time you'll hit it out, and that is when it pays off.
Rohit, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the movie Signs?
Have I ever seen the movie Signs? I might have. I don't. I've seen so much movies as an Indian. I can't remember which movies I have
Okay,
seen.
let me refresh your memory. Signs is M. Night Shyamalan. Aliens were invading Earth. It was with Mel Gibson.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes. I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah.
Do you remember the
that's-
scene where he goes into the Army recruiter's office and he
Yeah.
you and you remember what he said in that he said, "Holy shit, you're that baseball player that hit. How come you're not in the major?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
He said, how come you're not in the
Exactly.
major leagues, man?" And the hater, the guy he's like, because he didn't listen to the coaches. He would just swing for home runs. And he said, "Is that true?" And he goes, "Just did what I felt. I just felt right. It's just felt like I had to go swing. It's funny that that's the first thing that's one of my favorite scenes, that if you want to hit a home run, you got to swing for the fences. It's you got to take the shot. So yeah, man. Shit. What a great
Are
conversation.
you at the table, by the way? Are you at the table? Because I can see the computer only.
Oh, hang on. Let me get that. Let me switch cameras back. I tell everybody, if you don't see me, let me know, because it means I forgot to switch the camera back. All right, we good?
Yeah, we go.
All right. If you're gonna hit a home run, you got to swing for the fences. But that was one of my favorite scenes. I love that movie because in the end, the batter swing, tell him to swing away, and that whole thing was he had a swing that knocked the ball out of the park, and I said, just how come you didn't feel right? It just felt like I had to swing for a home run every time. So that's the first thing you made me think of. Okay, Rohit, before we say goodnight, before we say goodbye, maybe you could leave everybody with some words of inspiration, some thoughts for all the other artists out there that might be wanting to get on Super Rare. Everybody out there that might be a little down about the digital sector, the move to Prince, I love it. Maybe give all the artists out there some advice, some thoughts, how not to get trapped and how to keep moving forward. Yeah, man, you said a lot of really great things during the show. Why don't you leave us off with some inspirational thoughts, man?
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. Couple of things, but before I do that, everything in this world happens for a reason. All the highs and even all the lows, everything um, is here for a reason. All the wins that you have, all the failures that you have, it teaches you a lesson. All the wins teach you a lesson. All the failures teach you a lesson. All the people who come in, all the people who go through your life, everything is happening because the universe has to teach you a lesson, and it has to do it some way, and it is this way. So never be disheartened, because if you get disheartened, then that's the end of your career. And this journey is a very long journey. So um, keep working on it. Always start hitting home runs. At least swing for it. You'll one day hit it. It took me 15 years to get here. So it takes time. It takes patience. It takes a courage, and it's never too late to start. So the last year was the best day. Today is the best day. The earlier you start, the better it is. And yeah, just focus on art. Platforms come in, platforms go by. Trends come in, trends go by. Tools come in, tools go by. Everything is conditional. Everything is subjective. Everything is conditional. Only thing that remains with you under your control is your own art and legacy that you can leave for the generations to come behind. What would you be remembered by is a question we should ask ourselves. And if we don't have an answer for it, create an answer for it, like I created the answer for what exists out there in the universe that no one has ever explored.
Okay. All right. Rohit, I want to say thank you very much for your time. I want to thank you for coming on the show a little longer than usual, but when it's a great conversation, I don't mind it. I know these guys are over in TGIF right now, probably, but I told them I'd catch up with them. I didn't want to. I didn't want to cheat you of your show, and if we had to start a little bit later, it's we got to make it work. Got to find the solution. You're a solution guy, so you know about that. So yeah, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank you for taking the time, talking to me, and showing your art, and just thank you for everything. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Finally, usually we're banging around in spaces and chopping it up. And shout out to Sketch, because Sketch is the get Rohit, and so she's the one that kind of pointed you out. And I said, yeah, oh yeah, he'd be great artist, great show. I said, all right, and she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. So shout out to Sketch for that. But just thank you for everything, Rohit. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. The conversations were so amazing. I did not even saw the time. It's almost midnight here, but the conversation was so great. I got so uh, dive deeper into it as I do in my swimming. It's really beautiful. And shout out to Sketch. She's a gem, man. I have to get her to India, feed her some Indian food. She needs that Indian cake now. But
Oh,
yeah, it's really great being here. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
one day we will all be together, I feel.
Abs-
Now, right now, we're all over the earth, and our places, spaces, but one day we will all be in the physical form all together. I could feel, who knows? I don't know. Maybe NFT India or Art Fest India. We'll all be headed over there to meet you guys. You never know. Um, Rohit, one last question for you before we say goodbye. Yeah, and you know it's a great show when the time goes fast. I need a song. Artist, guest always picks the song that we close out on. So I need a song from you.
Should I send you a link or
Yes.
how should I do it?
Yes.
I
Please
should do it. Okay.
find the YouTube, shoot the link to the DMs. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take 2 minutes to close up the show. If you want, if you got someplace to go, you could go. If not, hang on for 2 minutes. You'll get a chance to say goodbye to everybody. We'll close out on the song and your music. And then, we'll say goodnight. But if you got no place to go, definitely hang on for 2 minutes. But let me close out the show, drop the link, and I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Okay, guys. Well, you had a chance to meet Rohit Jalan. We just spent the last 2.5 hours with him. And wow, what a great show. What a great conversation. Sometimes it could be difficult in life. Life has a tendency of really pummeling you, especially when you're trying to get somewhere. And so sometimes things happen that really, say you got to keep moving forward. I felt like this show was one of those shows where the universe sending messages here through Rohit. And funny enough, I know Rohit would agree with me, especially all the little things that we spoke about on the show. It's always a pleasure to, speak to like-minded people on the show. All right, so where are we? TGIF, hopefully going on right now. They said they were about to start up in 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That was about 20 minutes ago, so hopefully those guys are going right now. I'm headed over there to TGIF next. You can catch us in Spaces. Josh got the host lock on that, and we'll jump in. And, just a Friday show. There was no show this week. There was no show on Monday. Our last show was with Bushwick Gallery. We got a chance to meet those guys. We are testing out a new show. A lot of different things happening with the show. So just have patience. August is booked. We're filled up for August. I'm about to start filling up for September. I think we have 1 day open in August. We got Webby Week coming and just a whole lot of great artists Monday and Friday. So August is a packed month, and then we'll be filling up September as well. And then we will also be returning back to Bushwick Galleries for a physical form show where we're doing it in person. So, lots of interesting things taking place. So I wanted to say thank you to all you guys for joining in, jumping on the show. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. That's about it. Don't forget, Tuesday, Spaces with Sketch, 9 to 11. Friday, Spaces with Josh and Ghost, TGIF. So we got the link by Art, we got TGIF, and then, of course, HOP, which spotlights usually on Monday and Friday. Monday and Friday. You're starting to see all the people that I met at NFT NYC come on. And you will also start to see soon, I think, all the artists from the Fine Art Film Fair starting to make their way on here, as well as some of the galleries that I met there as well. So keep an eye out for those shows, and that's it. It's Friday, TGIF, y'all. I want you all to have a great weekend. Me and my Palometta right here, who does not want to pigeon today. I haven't wanted to pigeon all week, to be honest with you guys, but you got to push through it. So on that note, I want to wish you guys a great weekend. Happy Friday, happy TGIF. Weekends are great for what, y'all? Creating art. So get out there and get out there and create your Palometta. And I don't know if you guys could see, but this is Yusupata's work of art right here. This is the beach version of it. This is the first beach version to make its way to a home. And then right here is I don't want a pigeon today. So that's my little buddy right there. He hangs out on the desk with me. Reminds me of me being a beach bum. So makes me smile. I'll see all you guys next week. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Okay. You guys know how I love physicals. You guys know how I love art. I love physicals when it comes to art. Let's bring up Rohit to say goodnight to everybody. Double guest. Double guest. Yeah, bring up. All right, Rohit, you're back on screen. Just a heads up so you know. And let's see, we're going to bring you back. Let's see, we'll bring up full screen. There we go. Perfect. And then we should have a track from you, Rohit. Let's see. We do. Oh, we do. Excellent. Let's bring this up. And excellent. Sapphire. What do we got? We got 3 minutes. Okay, we might have to set this on a loop. 3 minutes is quick here. Okay, let's do shout outs right now and say goodbye to everybody who tuned in real quick. All right, guys. Void, thank you for tuning. Thank you for reposting. And thank you for supporting. Really, thank you. 23 artists. Sven, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the show. Manic, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. S. Minim, hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for reposting. Thank you for being part of the show. Money Owns, thank you for reposting and being part of the show. All right. Josh, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. Ghost, thank you for tuning in, being part of the show. Rama, thank you for tuning in, being part of the show. See you over in TGIF, Ghost. Let's see, what else? We got anybody on Facebook? We do. Alana, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. Good to see you. Good to see you making your way back. Twitch, always quiet on Twitch. Always quiet on Twitch. And always quiet on YouTube. We got to get some motion in the ocean on those two. IG, good to see you guys. Void, thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in again. Pat, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. Gianna, Masthetic, Colada, Ben, what's good, Ben? Ben, we got things we need to do. Dr. Gustus Voltral, thank you for tuning in. Kaplan, Silver Photography. Sylvie Photography. I'm Deepak. Asarani. Matilli, I think it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Matilli. I did see something about it being your birthday. I wanted to say happy birthday. Art of Nafis. Atina. Matt the Banker. Matt, always a pleasure to see you. Good to tune in. Welcome to the Fine Art Fine Art World. Oshiri and Rama and Bushwick. Yes, thank you for tuning in, guys. Good to see you. On that note, we are about to say goodbye. Rohit, this is your moment to say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone from India, for tuning in and hearing my story. It's been a delight sharing the stage with Marc, an amazing person. Marc, I can only see your table by the way.
Hang on. Yeah. You know how long I've been doing this show? You know how many people I say, if you can't see me, let me know. And it's just because I forgot to switch the cams. You're the first person to be like, Marc, I can't see you. But I'm here, Rohit.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for being on the show, Rohit.
Everyone who tuned in, namaste from India. I hope you have a great day ahead. And thank you so much for showing so much love to me and Marc. That means the universe, the world to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Let's bring up some of his art and say goodbye.
You're glowing, you color and fracture the light. You can't help but shine. And I know that you carry the world on your back, but look at you tonight. The lights, your face, your eyes, exploding like fireworks in the sky. Sapphire. मेरी बाहों से लिपट घुल जा साडी साह दी डोर नू लिजा नजराना तेरा होना तेरा होके मैनू खोना किनारा तू मैं सफीना तैनू पाके ही पार लगे मैं हर कोई जगह जे धानी चुने मैं तू सजे Don't you know your body while you're pushing on me Don't you like the party, I can do this all week We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep Chumma, 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 kiss it, daddy, body Don't you know your body while you're pushing on me Don't you know your body, I can do this all week We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep Chumma, 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 kiss it, daddy, body दो नैन लुभाए चांदनी चम चम चमकाए नूर दा मैनू घूट पिलाए जिंदड़ी बन जाए अंबरों दी तू झालर पाए बदलों दे लट सूट बनाए किरना नू रंग रूप चटाए मोरनी बन जाए Bello hanera gettete ungolaccia paccattura ne capire di chi varabane denera utanila meggere Chumma 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 che si tare varighi Touching on your body while you're pushing on me Don't you know your body I can do this all week We'll be dancing till the morning go to bed we won't sleep Chumma 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 che si tare varighi Touching on your body while you're pushing on me Don't you know your body I can do this all week We'll be dancing till the morning go to bed we won't sleep Chumma 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 che si tare varighi Touching on your body while you're pushing on me Don't you know your body I can do this all week We'll be dancing till the morning go to bed we won't sleep Chumma 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 che si tare varighi Your eyes exploding like fireworks in the sky
And that was a damn good show. See y'all on TGIF next. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.